Alright, it's time to continue Shark Week with the Meg. We're also starting something else, and I'll talk about that at the end. So, The Meg is a 2018 giant shark movie starring Jason Statham. Also, Lai Bingbing, Rainn Wilson, Ruby Rose, whose name is on the cover, even though several others that can be. Winston Chow, Cliff Curtis, Paige Kennedy, and Sonya Blade from the new Mortal Kombat movie. So the story is about a giant-ass shark, a megalodon, that is discovered by this group of people, marine biologists or something, and they have to put it down. Standard shark movie. We start off with Jason Statham, who's with a crew. He is forced to sacrifice 2 members of his crew to get out because they're not going to escape. There's no way they're going to get out of there. So he's kind of off the grid now, drinking alcohol and stuff, while also still looking in good shape because he's Jason Statham. When his ex-wife is stranded in the water, he is brought in to rescue her. And I feel like she's pushed to the wayside for another romance that really isn't necessary. Like, the whole thing with Jonas, that's Statham's character, is that he needs redemption for what happened because people blamed him for the death of his friends. 2 of his best friends died that day, and they blamed him because they said, you should have saved him, but he couldn't. It would have risked everyone else. If he didn't get out of there, everyone else would have died. And he's been discredited because of that. It's all a redemption arc, this story. And it works for the most part, except for the love interest thing. He rescues his ex-wife. She disappears for most of the film, shows up for one scene before the big climax, and then at the end with everyone else. Just, that's it. And instead they focus the romance on him and this Chinese character played by Lai Bingbing as his love interest. And it's just like, but why did we have to fabricate another love interest? She could have still been a character in the film. Why did she have to be Jason Statham, be Jonas's love interest, though? He already had a character that he had a connection with when he was married to her. You know? His ex-wife. That should have been the character he got back with. Now, I'm not saying that the chemistry between him and Lai Bingbing is bad. No, fantastic. But why have the ex-wife character in the film be part of this team? Be the reason why he comes back in if you're not going to use her other than that. And I think maybe they realized that, which is why they put one scene way later in the film towards the end of the movie where she's playing cards with the little girl and he shows up. She basically gives her approval for him to date Lai Bingbing. So, yeah, that's it. I like Cliff Curtis. I think he's an underrated actor. He's not in much, but I like him. He's in this. Paige Kennedy, I'm always going to stand for Paige Kennedy, man. Raydon Randall from Blue Mountain State, and Gerald from Rush Hour TV series, which I am still working on watching for a review. Trust me, just so much going on right now. I'm just saying. But anyway, yes, so I have to go way, way down into the trench. Way, way down. And that's when they find the megalodon. They escape, and in doing so, it opens up the warm air that's down there, I guess, and it's enough for the megalodon to get out. Actually, it's enough for 2 to get out, and that's another problem with this film, is that they do the there's another one thing. In the same film, because they do this thing to capture the shark, and they get the shark, and they kill it. They poison it. The poison takes hold. It kills it. And they're hanging it. And it's like they've won. This could be it. Now, this movie, it's 113 minutes long. That's not even 2 hours. So, it's a little over 90, a little over an hour and a half. So, it's not that long. So, why did they feel that one shark wasn't enough to sustain a movie? Why did they feel like they needed to do the "it's not the real shark" gag with this movie? Why did they feel like they needed to stop the movie, say it's not the real shark, and have the real shark show up? It just doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. And they do the "it's not the real shark" gag twice within the span of 20 minutes. I'm serious. They do the thing where they think they poisoned it and they killed it. It's not that shark. Comes in, it destroys whatever boat they're on. They finally get back. The rich snobby guy, played by Rainn Wilson, says, "I've called all the governments and warned them," which he hasn't. He goes out to kill the shark himself to get the glory. And he thinks he killed it, but it's really a whale. Which, if he survived this movie, he'd probably be going to jail because whale killing is illegal. But none of any left. There's a shark comes up, kills him. So they do the "oh, it's not really dead" thing twice. Basically. On the other hand, the action scenes in this are fantastic. I think they're very good. John Turteltaub did a very good job with these scenes. Jason Statham. Most people think of Jason Statham as action guy. Only good for fight scenes and can't be dramatic. He is very good in this film. He has some very dramatic scenes, some very funny scenes, and he handles them very well. I love his smile. His smile that he does, fantastic. His connection with the little girl who calls him crazy is pretty cool. "Thank you for saving my mother." "You're welcome." Fantastic. Ruby Rose keeps falling into the goddamn water. I mean, there's a scene where she falls in the water for no reason, basically. Like, there's a thing that comes around, swoops, and she knocks her in the water, and you think she's gonna die, but she doesn't. And then her and the doctor get knocked in the water when the shark comes up and knocks everything down. And you think she's gonna die again, but the doctor sacrificed himself by going like this. Right? And so the shark decides, "I'm just gonna eat one of them." This motherfucking shark has a mouth big enough to swallow both of them whole, and decides, instead of swallowing both of them, nah, just this guy that's going. That's it. That's it. There's some stuff in here. They homage Jaws or rip it off, one of the two. Only it's in Chinese because they're in China. There's the little puppy dog that goes swimming and might die but doesn't. And there's the boy who wants to go in the water. And this is where I call bullshit. This is a megalodon, one of the biggest sharks in existence, right? There is no fucking way that a shark that big can swim in the shallow part of the ocean. And there are these people, big old party in the ocean, right? It's mostly in the shallow area. And I call bullshit in the directing of these scenes too, because it's very obvious when we're shown everyone is in the shallow end. All of a sudden when the shark shows up, everyone's in the middle of the goddamn ocean. Because they realized, oh shit, we showed them in the shallow end. They gotta be in the middle of the ocean because the shark won't fit there. You can even argue that the shark wouldn't even fit in that part of the middle of the ocean either. It's huge. But yet, this party goes from being in the shallow end to being a little bit more out. And then most of the people that it goes after is in the more deeper part. But they show it underneath these people in the shallow end. No, that shark would be halfway out of the water in that shallow water. Bullshit. It's too big. I know you wanted that shot, but why couldn't you just have them further in the water? Why do they need to be in the shallow, and the shark just doesn't makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. What happens in the climax is a bunch of... This is where it gets kind of ridiculous. From that point on, it's a little ridiculous. The people decide we're going to try to save other people since Rainn Wilson dies, or we're going to try to save him. Lai Bing's father dies, the doctor dies, they're out of the film. I'm going to call him Gerald. Paige Kennedy's character, he can't swim. The little girl that both fall in the water... Lai Bingbing comes up. So Lai Bingbing and Jason Statham and Jonas, they go down and they're trying to take care of the shark. But of course, Lai Bingbing's got to save her daughter and Paige Kennedy for some reason. DJ is his character's name in this one. Got to save them. Not for some reason for the daughter, but DJ is somehow in the water with her. I don't know why. But she goes up to save them. The shark comes in. There's a scene that really made me jump. Because, what scene was it? Someone's in the water. I think it's when Jonas is just in the water, swimming around, and you see the shark come up behind him, and it's just like, someone goes, psh, and like stops the shark. You think it's that close. It's just like, whoa. And then this cavalry comes in, it was called in, shooting at it, but it's a good distraction, you don't think it's not going to do anything, but, Jonas is able to stab it in the fucking eye, first of all, which is, Tony from Hack the Movies would like that, and then he, kills it. I don't remember how, but he does. He, skims the bottom of it, making it bleed, causing other animals to, the sharks and stuff to come eat it. However, that is a continuity error, a plot hole, because why would he know about that? We were shown this earlier when he was off screen. Rainn Wilson is the one who saw the sharks attacking the bloodied animal. How did Jonas know that would work? It's a bit of a plot hole. I'm just saying. But yes, and then do it, and they are making a sequel, but I've heard things about the shark that swims out of the Megalodon's mouth is the baby, and that's what's going to be the shark in the next one. No, it's a shark that was eating its way through the bottom part and just decided to swim out through the mouth. That's all it is. Because the next one's called, supposedly, the Meg 2, the Trench, or something like that. Which means they're probably going to go back down to the trench and release a bigger shark. This is going to have nothing to do with what was left from this one. Especially if it's not coming out to 2023 or whatever. But, this was a fun watch. I really enjoyed this, Give it a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I heard bad things about this, but this is actually a fantastic film. I really enjoyed it. And part of that is Jason Statham. He's an actor that's almost worth getting his own weekend. Well, you're watching this on a Friday, and it just so happens to be Jason Statham weekend on the Scotty Boy Rules channel. Yes, you're still going to have a Shark Week review on Saturday and a Shark Week review on Sunday, and I got to do a Kaiju Live review on Sunday as well. But you're still going to get Jason Statham because I found quite a few on the Roku that I can watch. I picked out the ones, and I got some DVDs and Blu-ray, but that I can pick out. But this is technically the first of that marathon that you're watching on this Friday. I'm recording on a Wednesday, but So what are your thoughts on the Meg? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.